Hello everyone. Now this is the point number 5.3 of automobile engineering unit number 5, starting system. In last presentation we have seen the battery and the construction and working of lead acid battery. Starting is needed in every kind of four wheeler as well as two wheeler, and this is achieved with the help of a starting mechanism. And starter motor is used like this, you can see in this picture, to start the engine inside a four wheeler. Particularly you will see the different parts of this starting motor. At the top you will see the solenoid, and below to that the motor is installed. Now here you can see clearly in solenoid there is a plunger, after that plunger contact disc, motor feed terminal. After that you can see below to that there is a starting motor, and this is having a drive pinion which is connected to the gear of the flywheel, and inside that you will see lot of mechanisms of electrical engineering. So these are some of the electrical component. At the center you can see the armature and brushes, also field brush spring. See, these are the components that are used. And on the right hand side you will see the same figure in the form of front view, which is connected to the battery. So how starting system works, that we can learn in this presentation. What are the learning outcomes? Let us see one by one. We will learn here function and requirement of starting system. After that we will learn about components of the starting system, construction and working of standard Bendix drive. So these are some of the important points that we are going to learn. So to make an engine start, it must be turned at some speed so that it sucks fuel and air into the cylinder and compress it. To start the engine we need a starter motor, and if you make an engine start, it must, what is happening here, it must turn at some speed first, and that then it is happening that it sucks fuel and air into the cylinder and compresses it. The powerful electric starter motor does the turning. Its shaft carries a small pinion which engages with the larger gear ring around the rim of the engine flywheel. So this starter motor is having a small pinion and it is connected to the large gear ring around the rim of the engine flywheel. In front of engine layout, the starter is mounted low down near the back of the engine. This is the location of this mechanism or this unit. The starter needs a heavy electric current which it draws through thick wires from the battery. No ordinary hand operated switch could switch it on. It needs a large switch to handle the high current. So here we cannot use any ordinary wire or any ordinary switch. A starter needs a very heavy current. This is the reason behind it. The switch has to turn on and off very quickly to avoid dangerous damaging sparking. So a solenoid is used. What is this? This is the arrangement where a small switch turns on an electromagnet to complete the circuit. So we will see the details regarding solenoid also in the next slide. So what are the components of the starting system? Starting system includes the battery, starter motor, solenoid, ignition switch. These are the four important components, and in some cases a starter relay is used. An inhibitor, neutral safety switch, is included in the starting system circuit to prevent the vehicle from being started while in a gear. So here in this figure you will see the components. You will see the battery, after that there is a starter motor, solenoid, ignition switch, and a neutral safety switch is used. How the connections are there, that you can see in this figure also. A battery is having a very thick wire, red colored and black colored. After that, which is connected, red colored wire is connected to the starter motor through solenoid, and ignition switch is having a small connection of wire. So, this is the figure which indicate the different components of the starting system. So, an electromechanical device is nothing but a battery, an electromechanical device for storing energy in chemical form so that it can be released as electricity for cranking the engine and powering the electrical load. Also, a group of electric cells connected together. You can see the structure of the battery here, and we have learned in last presentation how battery works. Starter motor, a small powerful electric motor that converts electrical energy from the battery into mechanical energy to spin the crankshaft and start the engine. So, starting motor is required to start the engine, and this is shown in this picture. A starter is an electric motor that turns over a crank the engine to start it. A starter consists of the very powerful DC electric motor and the starter solenoid that is usually attached to the motor. Inside, a typical starter motor has an electric winding or coils attached to the starter motor housing, and the armature. Armature is a rotating part that is connected through the carbon brushes in series with the windings. On the front or end of the armature, there is a small gear that attached to the armature through an overrunning clutch. This part is commonly known as a Bendix. So, in this presentation later we are going to study the Bendix drive also. So, this Bendix drive is used in starting the electric in connection with the flywheel of the internal combustion engine. Solenoid, next part is a electromechanical device which when connected to an electrical source such as battery produces a mechanical movement. So, solenoid produces a mechanical movement. So, here you can see the starter solenoid works as a powerful electric relay when activated. It closes the electric circuit and sends the battery power to the starter motor. At the same, the starter solenoid pushes the starter gear forward to mesh with the engine flywheel. A typical starter solenoid has one small connector for the control wire and two large terminals, one for the positively battery cable and other for the starter motor. So, you can have in this picture the connections of the battery with this starter motor and the solenoid. Ignition switch, the key operated main power switch that opens and closes the circuit that supplies current to the ignition and other electrical systems, that is called as the ignition switch. You can see this switch in this picture. Inhibitor or neutral safety, a switch wired into the ignition switch to prevent engine cranking unless the transmission shift lever is in the neutral. After that, next component is used, that is called starter relay, an electrical device that opens or closes a circuit in response to voltage signal. And battery cables, you can have the nature of battery cables in this picture. You can see this. A starter motor requires a very high current to crank the engine, that is why it is connected to the battery with the thick cables. The negative cable or negative means ground cable connects the battery terminal to the engine cylinder block close the starter, and the positive cable connects the positive battery terminal to starter solenoid. So, this see the construction, you can have the construction. In this construction you will see the connection of battery with the solenoid. Red wire is connected to the solenoid and a black wire is connected to the ground, and between that you can have the connection of ignition switch, starter relay, how they are connected with the small wires. To start the automobile's engine, the crankshaft must turn fast enough for air fuel mixture to enter the cylinder. An electric starter or starting motor does this job. It converts electrical energy from the battery into mechanical energy that rotates the crankshaft. See how these are connected. Here you can see in right hand side a flywheel is having connection with this motor, and the connection with the battery after that. So, the starting system has two separated but related circuit, one low current control circuit which is having a thin arrow, and high current monitor circuit. Both operate on battery voltage. So, thick and thin circuit, they can you are going to watch in this figure also. When the drive turns the ignition key to start, the control circuit causes heavy contact to close in a starter relay or solenoid switch. High current then flows from the battery insulated cable through these contacts to the starting motor. A gear on the starting motor shaft moves into mesh with the ring gear around the engine flywheel or drive plate. As the starting motor shaft turns, it spins the crankshaft fast enough to start the engine. So, this way the engine is going to start. Now, let us see Bendix drive. The starting motor is located near the flywheel. The drive gear on the starter is arranged so that it can mesh with the teeth on the flywheel when the starting switch is closed. The drive mechanism has two functions. Number one, to transmit the turning force to the engine when the starter motor runs, and to disconnect the starting motor from the engine immediately after the engine has started. Second one is to provide a gear reduction ratio between the starting motor and the engine. The gear ratio between the driven pinion and the flywheel is usually about 15:1. This means that the starting motor rotates 15 times as fast as the engine, or 1500 rpm, to turn the engine at the speed of 100 rpm. The drive mechanism must disengage the pinion from the flywheel immediately after the engine start. After the engine start, the engine speed may increase rapidly to approximately 15 rpm. If the drive pinion were to remain meshed with the flywheel and locked with the shaft of the starting motor at normal engine speed, the shaft would spin at a rapid rate of speed between 22,500 to 30,000 rpm. At such a rate of speed, the starting motor would be badly damaged. Therefore, the starter drives are used. The common kinds of starter drives used are Bendix drive, which is also called as an inertia drive, improved inertia type, Bendix follow through drive, pre-engagement drive, sliding armature with overrunning type or axial type drive, permanent magnet type. All of these starter drives use a one-way clutch, overrunning clutch, to release the starter drive pinion from the flywheel after the engine has started. So, you will see the sketch of the Bendix drive or inertia drive. You will see at the center there is a winding which is there with the pole shoe. We can have the armature at the center, commutator end bearings place, coil spring, and after that you will see the pinion at the right hand side. So, this way this is the constructional features of Bendix inertia drive. A Bendix drive is a type of engagement mechanism used in starter motor of internal combustion engine. Inertia type drive or Bendix drive works on the principle of inertia of unbalanced weight. In this type, pinion is mounted on the threaded sleeve. There are two options, one is engagement and disengagement. Engage: when an ignition switch is pressed, the starter motor begins turning. The inertia of the drive pinion assembled causes it to wound the spring, forcing the length of the spring to change and engage with the ring gear. While disengaged, when the engine starts, back drive from the ring gear causes the drive pinion to exceed the rotation speed of the starter, at which point the drive pinion is forced back and out of the mesh with the ring gear. And lastly, spring: to pull back it is used to pull back the assembly to avoid hitting of ring gear against the casing. So, this way the Bendix drive work, and for your more information you can have these references. Thank you.